And we're here on another episode of the Creative Voice podcast. My name is Ure Mitunde, your host. I'm a social media manager and a content creator. On today's episode, I have an amazing guest in our midst. He's a man of many responsibilities and duties. He doesn't like when I call him that, but I like it like that. On today's episode, we'll be having laughter at Atanda. Welcome, and it's an honor having you. So,
Thank you
can
so
you give
much.
us a brief about yourself?
Okay, so good day everyone. My name is Laughter Atanda, like she said, and I'm so happy and excited to be on this podcast or show. Am I correct with
You're
that?
correct. You're
Yeah.
correct.
So as a person, I am committed to empowering on the South communities through innovation and technology. I am a product manager, and I love to build amazing stuffs, people-centered solutions, projects, and ideas. And I look forward to an amazing time here on this show.
All
Thank
right.
you.
On today's episode, we'll be having an exciting and interesting topic. One of my favorites because it is very essential for everyone building on the online space, either as a business owner or as a creative, irrespective of what you do, but as long as you're building. Today, we're talking about community building, content creation, and how to navigate all of this together. So last time you made mention of the fact that you are a product manager,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's
And you
correct.
have an ag for community building.
Yeah.
Can you share how you've been able to manage your journey as a product manager, a content creator, and a community builder?
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for that. That's a nice one. So I'll start by saying that like being a product manager or the
All right.
experience from product management is intrinsically tied to when you're building a community or when you are creating content and all.
Okay.
And like I would always say, like generally, I believe that everybody's a content creator. The woman who sells akara by the roadside, she's a content creator.
Your perspective is I want please break down that perspective of everybody is a content
Yeah,
creator.
so like everybody, I feel everybody's a content creator. Everybody's creating content because content, in its essence, is to solve problems for
Okay.
people. Yeah. So I
Okay.
believe the man who sells a car by the roadside is creating content
How?
because someone who is coming from work late in the night can stop by to get what she's producing to like it solves a problem for them at that point in
Yes,
time.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
even a bricklayer is creating content in as much you are solving a problem. And so as a product manager, because the essence of product management is for you to build product ideas that solves problems for a particular set of people and all of that.
Yeah,
So
right.
and there's no way you want to like build content. Okay, let's imagine you want to build an app, let's say a fintech app now that helps small business owners to be able to transact globally. I believe that for you to come up with such solution and all of that, it still has to do with content. And creating content, effective content, has to do with understanding the plight of this target audience you want to solve
Yes,
the problem
right,
for. You
right.
have to put yourself in their shoe. So there's something in product management we call I don't know. Am I free to bring it in?
Please, you're free, you're free,
Okay.
you're free, you're
All right.
free.
So there's something we call a user journey map, right?
Okay.
So like it helps you to understand the whole process that a user would go to, like from discovery, awareness,
Yes,
the whole
yes.
process till
Due
they become
process.
loyal to your product or whatever you offer them. So
All
it's
right.
essential you understand those people you are solving problem for, and then that would help
Okay.
you. Those information you get by
All
understanding
right.
their plight, their journey, and all, you can bring that into to form something valuable. So just like that, Yalaka now they will not throw your career that is not good. So I just believe it's more of like my journey in product management has helped me to understand that understanding the pain points, yeah, that's the word, the pain points of communities or people you want to solve a problem for
Okay.
can really help, create like effective content.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just the
yes,
key
yes,
to
yes.
it.
That's cool. So, I want to ask, how has your experience as a product manager, yeah, influenced your approach to content creation and community building? So, how has you being a product manager affect or influence content creation and community building?
Okay, yeah, so that's quite tricky, but I'll try to do justice to it anywhere I can. So a product manager, actually in product management, you're expected to coordinate a product development life cycle
Okay.
from idea inception
All
to like
right.
when it's launching out in the market
Yeah,
and all of
yes, yes,
that.
yes.
And so like I just said earlier, because I don't know, it's more linked to like the psychology of the mind. Yeah. Because when you know what people want, you get to build the stuff that they want. the reason why so many products do not thrive in Nigeria or in this part of the world, that we have even startups folding up, is because
Yeah.
of this issue of not knowing what the users want, what people want.
So you
And
feel people just create products basically for the idea of creating a product and not for what people essentially want.
well, it could be that, and it can be genuine actually. But the problem is that you still need to go out there to know what people want. That the solution you crafted out work for you does not mean it will work for other.
Someone else.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's a
okay.
need for you to consider multiple perspectives to these things,
All right.
and then you can use that to like build stuff. So talking about like the question, so I just feel like it has helped me, understanding that like how to start from the scratch, right? Do you get
So how to bring your idea from the
from the
scratch,
scratch, the whole
the
journey
whole
and all of
journey,
that,
right, right, right,
and so
right,
that
right,
that's
right.
just it.
So what platform do you build on?
Okay. Basically, for my personal.
Yeah, for your personal brand.
Okay, for me, I'd love to just, I don't know, I may sound weird, I may sound old school, but actually,
I'm guessing a platform, but please say it first. I'm guessing a
yeah,
platform, but say it first.
yeah, but I actively don't use Twitter or
Okay,
Facebook, so
okay.
I mainly use LinkedIn as a platform. I don't know if that sounds good, but yeah, I'm a
You
LinkedIn guy, I don't know.
you see, you've said product manager.
Yeah,
You're now building on LinkedIn. You sound too serious.
really.
Like, why you? I'm not going to be like, why are you building on LinkedIn? But at the same time, why LinkedIn over platforms?
Okay, so I don't know if this English is correct. I feel like LinkedIn is quite more multi-dimensional. Yeah,
Okay.
like it can accommodate different sides of you, and I believe that it's more of like for me, um, I don't know. I just feel LinkedIn serves as that platform where it aids both your personal and professional growth all together, right?
Okay.
Together. And of course, it's a social link. Okay, I would love to say that LinkedIn is a social media platform.
It is. It
But
is.
yeah,
But
let's
I
say
see
a
it more
bit
as a job
professional.
platform.
Eh? What did you
I
say?
see. I see it more as like a job platform. Like
Well,
I just go to LinkedIn to look for one job first, but just like you're going to Upwork to search for
oh,
jobs.
really? I
And that's
don't know.
how I see my LinkedIn.
For me, I have a different perspective about that for you.
Okay.
Because when I go to LinkedIn, I really do not. Of course, maybe it could have been an issue. Like, I don't know. Maybe LinkedIn could have started as a job-seeking platform from the scratch, but in the process, they pivoted to accommodate so
To
many
be
other
like a
services.
social
And
media
well, I
platform.
believe that LinkedIn is also, you can use approach LinkedIn the same way you approach Twitter, of course, but it comes to this sense of professional, like professionalism,
Yes.
yeah, and all
Yeah.
of that. But
Yes.
LinkedIn is a place to flex, share your thoughts. When you are down, share it. When you just did something amazing, share it and all of that. So I believe it's not really a job platform anymore.
But
Maybe it was before.
what makes LinkedIn a unique platform for content creation compared to other social media platforms?
Okay, well, that's quite tricky. So,
Why you okay? Let me put it like this to you. Why is LinkedIn unique
to me,
than other social media platforms?
okay, so first of all, I would love to say that I feel like I know you're trying to get
No,
me.
I know. Please, I'm not trying to be
Okay.
judgmental, but at the same time, why are you building on LinkedIn?
Okay, okay. So I don't know. I've just discovered that it works for me, right? Do you get?
Okay,
Yeah,
that's an
and this is not to
individual.
downplay all other social media platforms. I'm finding a way to get back on Twitter because each has its own advantages and all
Yes,
of that. They have
definitely.
their unique value propositions. But I don't know. LinkedIn has just worked for me, and basically because my journey, well, I say my career journey, it tends towards of course, it's professional. A product manager, you'll be
How long
working
have you been building on LinkedIn?
on LinkedIn since August 2022.
2022. That's like
Yeah.
roughly 3 years of
Yes.
building.
Yeah.
What
So
do
I'm
you
not even
remember
stayed
exactly?
that long. Yeah, none of that. Yeah.
For 2022, you see, we can call you an OG
Really, really.
because I don't think anybody will want to survive on LinkedIn for a whole full year and still stay.
LinkedIn
So
is not
if
a
you are
war
staying for 2 years, then you're doing some pretty good job. You're doing
but,
some pretty
but
good
but do
job.
you feel LinkedIn is a war zone where you
It
have
is.
really why?
No, because when you open LinkedIn and the first thing you are seeing is someone's success story, you feel okay, maybe it's just the algorithm bringing it to you. You move second post, third post,
Uh,
fourth post, fifth post.
okay.
Everybody's just talking about one achievement to the other. So I'm always having this thought of if you're not doing enough, if you're not doing well, don't go to LinkedIn.
Well,
Basically.
I feel that's an orientation that we need to correct or we need to reorientate. Jesus, I'm sorry about that. We need to reorient. so, so I
Okay.
feel like that's something we need to like educate ourselves on, right?
All right.
Because I do not see LinkedIn as a wall zone. Of course, let me share my personal story.
All
I
right.
remember when I started on LinkedIn, oh yeah, 2022, before I gave myself fully to it, it was just like that. I opened an account, and the first thing I would see was an 18-year-old guy doing something amazing. I
All
was
right.
like, the impression it gave to me is that really, at this age of my life, this young guy doing stuff
Is
like this, what
it
am I doing, and all of that.
like that's the feeling it gives? What am I
Ex-
doing with my life? What am I doing with
yeah,
my
so
time and all of that?
that was the resultant effect of that, right? But in the long run, so I was like, my idea then was that okay, this is my plan. I'm going to stay away from LinkedIn for 1 to 2 years, right?
Okay.
And then I'll go back to the secret and go and build myself. And then after 2 years,
Get all your
myself I'll
achievements.
come and then start showing that guys see my achievement and all of that. But in the process, I met a guy, a LinkedIn expert, and then I was telling him that I was also, I guess I was asking the same question is how do I survive on platform on LinkedIn? And he
Yeah. Right.
just broke it down for me. He just told me to start with whatever I had, right? You get. And do you know what? I took that advice and I just started with whatever I had. I was myself. And even when I saw the achievement of other people, I would always congratulate them. But I ensured that I saw it as an opportunity for myself to grow.
Yeah.
In case I saw someone probably achieve something, young person like myself, I go to their profile to check what did this person do? Like, what was this opportunity this person got? How do I also like fit in for myself? And in the long run, I've improved. And so I believe it's a mindset. When you go with a mindset to learn, do you get? And no, and also be ready to clap for people because a time will come when people will clap for you too. So it's a mindset of learning that helps ones to thrive in that kind
So,
of
what
environment.
inspired you to go to LinkedIn? Like, you saw Instagram, you
Yeah.
saw TikTok, you saw Twitter, saw LinkedIn. What made you or what inspired you to
Okay.
pick LinkedIn of all platforms?
Okay. So for someone like me who is building ideas, right, or has
Okay.
great ideas, yeah, very
Okay.
sweet ideas and all that. So I feel like LinkedIn is a platform for you to connect, right, across boundaries, right? You get,
Okay.
yeah, and I've heard. Okay, now let's say in the startup environment now, most startups are thriving because of the investments, external investments that they get from foreign folks and all of that. So LinkedIn is a platform for you to share your ideas, get to connect with people, pitch, and it was just something that I studied, that the startup
Right.
founders would say, okay,
Okay.
I met so on LinkedIn, shared my idea, signed a check, now the company is thriving and all of that. So number
Right.
one, LinkedIn serves that purpose. Two, also, um, I just believe generally it's a way for you to amplify whatever you're doing, right? Because
Yeah.
the
Right.
attention of the world is like coming to that. Yeah, when you want to find people who are doing great stuff, when you want to find
Just go
people
to
who are looking for
LinkedIn.
great ideas to
Yeah,
invest in and all
definitely.
of
Okay,
that,
okay, okay. I think
LinkedIn is just like a platform for
I get
showcasing.
that.
So
Yes.
that's just it.
So, we talked about community building and all of that.
Yeah.
So, are you doing anything in community building currently? Like, what communities are you
Mm,
building, holding, structuring? What ideas?
okay.
Like, give us something. Give me the tea.
Okay, all right. So, first of all, there is this particular community I started building as at the beginning of this year. So, it's a platform for tech enthusiasts, right, in Nigeria. Because the problem I actually identified
Okay.
with a colleague of mine was that the challenges faced by young tech enthusiasts in getting paid jobs or paid roles because of lack of practical experience in tech.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
find out that
True.
people learn tech skills 6 months, they finish the boot camp, and then they are complaining of I don't have a job, I don't have a job, I don't have a job. But recruiters have also pointed it out that most of these people lack practical experience. Someone calls himself a product designer now, but doesn't know how to handle product design tools. Someone calls himself a product manager, but does not even know how to draw a wireframe.
I
How
want
to
to
draw.
cut you on that. We're
Okay,
still going to go back to our main question.
all right,
Now you're
sure.
mentioning the fact that recruiters said they lack experience. But is it not the process of learning on the job they gain more experience? So where are they supposed to get the experience?
Okay, I understand that perspective too, but I believe that like anybody who wants something good must of course show himself worthy. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get like there's no point of you if you know that like you've not built your skill up to a certain level, right? It's essential you equip yourself more, equip yourself so that you can be relevant. And all. I
all right.
understand that also. I feel like it's dual in nature. This discussion in particular, also recruiters or organizations who must be ready to train people and all of
The
that.
thing,
But at the
yes.
same time, we
No,
can
no
also be
organization. I don't think any organization is ready and wanting to train people.
Well,
It's 20% of organizations, you see, especially
mhm.
Nigerian organizations, that we see that okay, they want to take a fresh startup, train them on the job, and keep them on every time. Even though I've not heard when they are saying they need an intern, but the intern should come with an experience.
Yeah, well, well, do you know? Okay, yeah, I get that. That's actually right. But I believe that the way, because post-COVID era has
Yeah.
launched us into something different,
Okay.
especially in business, and we now have emerging business models and all of that. So it's changing the way we work, or the way we will work. And with the rise of competitions and music brand and all of that, I don't think most of these brands have the patience all the time
So
to
want to train
yeah.
them.
So they are
Okay.
actually looking for the best of the best, because the competition out there is kind of like a big threat on them. So, but I believe we just need to balance it. As someone who
Okay.
wants to offer a skill, you must endeavor to equip yourself so well. And also, organizations also must be ready to invest in any talent or upcoming talent to groom them, because they are the future actually.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
but there has to be a balance.
Okay,
So
coming back to the first question I actually asked. So what communities are you working on building?
okay, so they are just to, like I was saying, I'm trying to together with a colleague, we are building a community called Co-Build. So it's a platform where tech enthusiasts, I mentioned about lack of practical experience among tech enthusiasts.
So
So
co-build, is it currently running or is still an idea
um actually
or a
let me
forced
say we've
idea?
launched actually.
Okay.
Yeah, as at now the community has 61 members. Yeah. So
Alright.
it's just like a testing stage for us.
Is it a paid community?
It's free. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a community where, like, the idea we want to use is to leverage the power of collaboration. So
Alright.
imagine now, so this is how it works. So this is how it would be working. So a product designer, a product manager, a front-end developer find themselves together on the
On a
community.
project.
So they pair themselves together, because it can actually be hard doing a portfolio project alone. So
Alright.
now with the corporate community, you can leverage the expertise of others. Okay, I'm a product designer. Let's be a front-end developer.
Yeah.
Let's build a case study together. And also the way it's going to be designed, the project cycles, it will be have this reward simulation. So it will give you that idea of, okay, even now, if I'm working in Microsoft tomorrow or Google, like they use the tools that they will use eventually when they get a job. So it helps them, it boosts their preparedness
Alright.
for yeah. So
Alright.
that's it about COVID. And then secondly, as an will I say, is it alumni or alumnus? Am I an alumni?
You as
Yeah.
a graduate.
Okay, as a graduate, so like I had an unfinished business. So I spearheaded the move to host the first ever TEDx event in 4 years.
Oh, 4 years.
Yeah, the first ever
Okay.
TEDx event. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So like, and of course that involves community, right?
Yeah, definitely it
Yeah.
does.
So
This I think of everything. This is capturing. You are bringing TED. I don't think I've heard of TEDx coming to 4 year or anything about TEDx 4 year. How is this idea coming up?
okay, so this everything I said earlier about content creation is about solving problems, right?
Yeah.
So like the idea about TEDx came as a result of I studied the whole environment, right?
Okay.
I met people from Covenant, I met young people from Unilag. For example, now check the startups that are thriving in Africa now. You see them, the co-founders were students from Covenant, were students from OAU
Yeah,
in
from these
particular.
top
Yeah,
universities and all of
it's not
that.
even about the top, right? I just found out that, like, it's not about the long-term existence of the university community,
All
right?
right.
Because there were no structures in place, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there were no structures in place that helps to, like, bring these people together and
So
help them to
how
get.
does it feel bringing TEDx to 4 year?
Well, I feel like it's going to be like something huge and big, right? Yeah,
So should we anticipate
yeah, we should anticipate. We should
when?
anticipate. Actually, I don't know how to say this. Because I know there are so many people rooting for the TEDx event and all of that. It may sound like a bad news, but the event was supposed to hold sometime on the 25th of May. But due to lack of funds and putting stuff together,
Yeah, right.
the event couldn't hold. But I just want everybody to know.
So is it still going to hold?
Yeah, sure. TEDx 4 years going to hold 2024. Yeah,
2024 is this year.
yeah, this year.
Okay.
So get
I'm
ready,
getting
guys.
ready.
Yeah,
I'm getting
yeah,
ready, like anticipating TEDx 4 year 2024.
yeah.
All right, so let me ask, what are the essentials, or why should a creator or a creative build community per se?
Okay, just going back to the first point again.
Okay.
Content is to solve problems,
All
right?
right.
Is to solve for people. Even you're a content creator, for like you want to create content to help to make people buy your shoe. right?
Alright.
You are concerned about it's still for people. People would buy that you are creating content for. So
Yeah.
building communities are actually essential, right? It's like it brings you closer. You get what I'm trying to say? It brings you closer to these people you are solving a problem for. You
Yeah.
get it
Yes,
creates
sir.
that bond, that connection. You're not just far away and you're claiming to want to solve a problem for people who are very far from you. So it helps you, you get to understand the whole process and it helps you to get first-hand data that you use to refine whatever project, whatever solution you're offering
Right.
to those
Right.
people. So community is really important, right? We need a big
Very,
community.
very,
Yeah.
very, very, very. So how do you balance your role? You mentioned community
Yeah.
building. That means you're taking out time to build communities and reach out to that. Product management and still content creation. How do you manage your role around these things?
Okay. Um, so about that, I believe that everything is quite intertwined for
Okay.
me. Yeah, because like I said, content creation is for solving problems too. And
Okay.
as a product manager, too, you are expected to develop a solution, a content that solves problem for a particular set of people or a mass number of people. I don't know. So everything still works together, and it that helps me to try, managing all of this community building,
Yeah. Yeah.
product management, also content creation and all of that, empathy for this particular target audience we are trying to solve a problem for. So empathy, get putting myself in their shoes and all of that. So if I want people to, for example, now with the COVID community, it's as a result of empathy, right? A lot of it,
Yeah.
people are finding it hard to get a job
How
because
can
of
you help them?
lack of practical experience.
Yeah.
So, it's just empathy helps, to just cook up solutions and people send out ideas that actually works out. So
Right.
that's
Right.
just
Right.
it.
Right. So just empathy.
Yeah, I feel like empathy really works because
So
I don't
that's
know
what
for
helps you build the triangle of all the product management,
exactly,
community building, and all of
exactly.
that.
I said in my bio, I said I'm passionate about empowering on the staff communities actually. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Right.
still
Right.
I feel
Right. Right.
connected to it. So I want
Yes.
to
So in any of these things that you do, have you ever faced challenges? And especially when it comes to building communities, because
yeah.
we all understand that managing people can be
Oh
tough.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ! You can almost cry.
I can talk about that. Like you be like you are managing people, and what's wrong? Can't you guys just do you understand? So have you ever faced a challenge where it comes to building with people, managing people, and all of that? And how were you able to overcome things, or the challenge you face?
Okay, that's actually a very good question because when you say you want to solve a problem or bring a cope up a solution, build a community and all of
Yeah,
that,
you're
it's
right.
still actually you can't do it alone. Like
Yeah,
yeah, of course, no
definitely.
matter how bright your ideas are, you can never do them alone. You still
Mm-hmm.
have to collaborate with other smart, talented people. Like the major challenge that I faced or I've encountered so far
Right.
in my journey building communities, building solutions, building ideas has to do with these instances where you have a high number or a quite a number of like talented smart people on board because I want you to know when you want to build a community too, you can't do it alone. No
Yeah,
matter how
right.
bright your ideas
Yeah,
are, you still have to collaborate with other smart people to get the work done.
yeah.
But there was this issue of like smart, talented people on board. You could have expected that, oh, that would like you guys would get
It'll make
massive
things
result and all
fast
of
and
that.
all of that.
But I
Yeah.
just discovered that in the long run, it's one thing to have smart, talented people, and it's another thing to also have people who will be available to do the work
Right.
that is needed
Right.
to be done. So at some point I felt frustrated and was almost even leading to depression because I felt like
Attack.
I thought you guys like, but one thing I've just discovered is that you just have to find available people, and also there's a notion to that. You were talking about entry level and companies don't wanting to hire.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe
Definitely.
when you find people who are available,
Yeah.
committed, I feel you should take a chance on them. Yeah,
Yes.
I feel that's one
Yes.
of the things you
Yes.
need to be
Yes.
mindful of in
Yes.
community building.
Yes.
Instead of like
Yes.
looking for, oh, smart guy, come, let's build this and
Find
all of
who
that.
is available.
Available.
Yeah. Right.
Because I
Right.
believe I believe they have that passion to learn on the job, take
So how were you
ownership.
able to now skate through that?
Okay, so um of course, in the long run, because it's actually something tough, in the long run, I had to wear many hats at some point.
So you were the one still taking up the responsibilities of what you brought people on board for.
Exactly. At some point, because consistency is key in community building. Yeah, when
Right.
you're working on a solution, I can't because of like people are not doing what they should do. Now also give up and all because people are expecting consistency is key, and I
Yeah.
just had to ensure that I showed up. But of course, you have to be mindful. Don't act as if you are the Okogan or the
Yeah,
doer
the
of it
first
all.
of all.
So it's very ideal. One of the things that I learned or that could help one overcome such things in
Okay.
community building or when building a solution is
Okay.
learn to fire. Yeah, yeah,
Learn to say no to people.
yeah. Like just
Okay.
say, okay,
You're no
you
longer
are not
needed.
offering. Okay, well, you could just make
Please
it a
let's use the
bit.
word we're no longer
Okay,
needed.
maybe I'm too soft, but like just
Or
like
maybe that's why that's what is affecting.
exactly, that could be the issue actually. But I just feel like clear communication and not to like create any form of
Clear communication that hello, I brought you in for this job and you're not doing the job. Now please can
exactly.
you take the door out?
No, no, just calm down now. Calm
See, I
down.
feel if you're not clear to people, especially on different sense of what they are
Mhm,
for, you get to slow down a lot of things. You
mhm.
get to drag ideas and make it tiring.
Eh,
Okay, so I actually had an experience on something like that. I
all
was
right.
reading an idea, and I needed people around me to start this idea and all of that. And the energy I was getting from these
Yeah.
people were so
Yeah. It
bad that
can be so. Yeah.
I had to drop it. But I think what you need to do is put people in their place and let them know. You know what? I brought you in for this idea.
Yeah.
I brought you in to do this particular thing, and you are not doing it. Therefore, you're no longer needed. You don't need to
Yeah.
keep them around to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Just going around in
I'm telling
cycles.
you because
Yeah.
she said you're suspect. So I'm telling you how to do it
Okay.
now.
Oh, all right.
You
Yeah.
tell
But
them that you're no longer
of
needed.
course, it's still the same thing,
Say
but
it.
maybe the
You are
approach is
not
different.
longer needed.
Okay. What about saying that? Okay. Yeah.
Say it. You are not longer
Okay.
needed. Okay. Okay. Or say it like this. I don't need you on this project anymore.
Yeah. Oh, is it must you say that way?
Say it like that. I don't need you on this project
But you don't have
anymore.
to make them feel useless, actually,
It's
right?
not about feeling useless. You're not telling them you don't need them, but you're telling them you don't need them on that particular
But I
project.
believe, like I said earlier, empathy is also key too. Okay,
Plaster.
just tell them.
Empathy, empathy,
Okay, all
empathy,
right.
empathy.
Yeah,
Tell them, tell them.
all power belongs to you. I agree.
Now
So
say it
I'll tell
after.
them
Say
you're
after
fired.
me.
Okay, all right.
Say after me. You are no
Yes,
longer
you're no longer
needed on this project.
needed on this
So
project.
when I to bring people on board
Yeah.
and they're not doing what they're meant to do,
Okay.
tell them straight to their face that you are no longer needed
All
on
right,
this
boss.
project.
Yeah, I follow your lead.
All right. So how have you been able to foster engagement and participation in your community, like the community you're building? How do you foster engagement? How do you make people participate? Now, I'm not talking about team. I'm talking about the users
The
of the community.
users.
Yeah.
Very important for you to pause on the idea if you don't have everything in place. Because when start building a community, you launch it out and then you're unable to deliver content or like people are not able to get what you said they would get and
Yeah.
all of
You're
that.
right.
And then you keep them, let's imagine you keep them waiting for so long, you're expecting nothing is happening and all of that. That can like reduce the energy and it can mean the end of that community that way.
All
So
right.
consistency in delivering what you said you are going to get is actually key when building a community. And also, I believe that it runs in this three tripartite form. Like when building community, your number one goal, either a personal community or a collective
Yeah.
community, whatever it is, your number one goal is to inspire.
Okay.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
inspire
Okay.
because of course we have people in this community, they have minds, emotions, and all of
Yeah.
that. So
Right.
they need to be inspired. Number one, inspire. Two,
Okay.
educate, right?
All right.
Yeah, because people should get value. When people get to learn new stuff, when people feel understand that, oh, I like okay, they have a particular issue and then they can say, let me check this community. I'm very sure there is something that has dropped there that can answer to this current situation now.
All right.
Educate and also entertain. Everything is not,
No work.
yeah.
No work.
So yeah,
Entertain.
fun actually. So those three stuffs are actually
Inspire, educate,
educate
and
and then
entertain.
entertain. So
All
it
right.
boosts engagement and um,
All right. All
it is,
right. So what strategies that I want to steal from you,
okay.
because I'm also building a community, so I want to steal an idea from
All
you.
right.
What strategies do you use to ensure that your community remains inclusive and supportive for all members?
Oh,
Like, what strategies do you use to make sure that every members are included in activities and they have their opinion and supportive basically?
okay. So there's something in product management. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about my field.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll steal the idea from them.
Okay. So in product management, when you are building a product for users in mind,
All right.
if a oriented product manager,
Okay.
it's essential for you to dwell on feedbacks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's say we are launching an app now. Of course,
Right.
you would have created a community, focus groups, to help test if this idea would work and all of that. So, like for example, now the palm pay that we have today is not the
Yeah.
way it started, right? More features
I
have been
didn't know.
added. I don't know.
I don't make use of
Okay, let me
pumpkin. I
just
don't
say
use
any
it.
digital products that you know of,
Yeah.
they are not just they've been able to, like, expand, and that
Expand.
is
Okay.
due to the fact that they've been able to dwell on feedback. Okay, when we launch our beta version, what are users saying? Are they saying,
All
oh, this
right.
particular feature, can you remove it, we don't need it, please? Or are they saying,
They
oh,
want
we
more
need this
improvement
particular
in
stuff?
it.
So when building a community, you have to create a system, a structure that helps you to get feedback. Yeah, it could be annually, it could be monthly, and all of that. But okay,
Okay.
our activity so far this month, what do you
How
see
do you
about
collect
the?
these feedbacks?
Yeah, sure, you can utilize first, you can do one-on-one. Yeah, because that's why the community is powerful, because you
Okay.
get to interact one-on-one. So you can go into DMs, right? To, like, know, oh, what do you feel about today's our activity so far this month? What did
All
we
right.
not do? What do you feel we can do better and all of that? And also, you can also automate this. You can use data tools like Google Doc or Google Form.
All
Like
right. All
after
right. All right.
every month, so just throw it out, get input from people, what they want, what are we not doing, what should we include, and all of that. And I
Think
believe
I'm
you
stealing
can
that.
make
I'm
it
stealing that.
inclusive. Yeah,
That's actually very
yeah.
important. Yes, I'm stealing that. Please, any more?
And okay, feedback, and two, um
Let me refresh you on the question.
okay,
How do you make your members inclusive in activities? And also, how do you make them like support each member? Let me use that word. How do you make them inclusive and yeah, support for all members? What support do you provide?
okay. So this boils down to core values. Yeah,
That English is too big.
I said core values. Should
It's
I
too
say it
big. Let me
short?
break it down.
Okay, should I say modus operandi?
I said core values is too big. What did you even mention again?
Okay, let me say, like, these are the values, like the values of the community from onset would help shape the behavior of everybody involved in that
Okay.
community. For example, now with Copies now, so from the onset, there is this idea of collaboration, that
All
you
right.
get to know that you're in this community, you're not just it's not a single approach something, right?
All right.
You
All right.
have to interact, you have to unite with other people. So I believe that's one of the things we need to, like, even in the branding of our communities, how we position it out there, it needs to connote the value in case, because when you mention a community, of course, collaboration is key.
Yeah.
So there's a way that from onset, when people join, they get that idea, they get feel that presence of collaboration,
Yeah.
you know, it helps you. That energy from onset is actually key,
All
and I
right.
believe that's something that we should always, put in place. Yeah, from
All
the
right.
onset, the values that guide the community.
I want to take us back.
Mhm.
So, can you discuss a successful project or campaign that you have done, or that you have led on LinkedIn?
On LinkedIn.
Maybe
Okay,
you worked with a project or worked on a project with someone, or you led, or and then I just need a successful project.
is it a must? It should have happened all on LinkedIn.
Okay, let's go generally without LinkedIn.
Okay. So I don't know how to answer it, because it sounds everything I'm doing is quite like a work in progress. I really can't say, but
So you've not had like a concluded project
a
that you've worked
concluded
on,
project. Of course, I've had. So maybe another part of me that I did not say is,
right?
like, I'm also committed to making the world a better place. I
So
know
when I
everybody.
said in my introduction is a man of plenty doings, you see, say I was not capping. I wasn't capping. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. So, like, I have successfully led digital literacy and advocacy programs in underserved communities,
Okay.
like public secondary schools and all of that. So, like, so far, I've been able to impact over 800 young people to improve their digital
800.
skills and
Okay,
literacy
okay,
rates
okay,
and all of that.
okay.
Because when we talk about the future of the world is technology and all of that, we
Yeah.
should also be reminded that there are people in rural communities who do not have access to this information. I
All
got to
right.
know about technology. It's not even up to, like, let's say, going to 3 to 4 years now.
All
Where
right.
where was I all this while? And
So you're
meanwhile,
saying your career now it's like 3 to 4 years or lesser?
yeah, 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years.
Yeah,
That's cute.
yeah. It sounds short,
It sounds long.
really. Wow, but yeah, that's
It
just
it
me.
let's let's be sincere, it sounds low because it's not easy to build a brand, build a career, build a personal. Now, it's, for you are building a personal brand. So I'll still say brand. It's not easy.
Yeah, sure.
So sorry, I'm with you. You were
Yeah,
saying something?
I've successfully led through both solo and joint initiatives.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've worked with other communities to go out there to impact these young people, with digital
Can you
skills
give
and
us one
literacy.
project and tell us?
One,
Like, can you talk about a project?
okay. So I guess it was early 2023.
Okay.
So I just joined the Global Shippers community. It's a World Economic Forum community for young leaders and all of
Sounds
that.
you guys do big jobs there. The name
Yeah,
the name sounds so big.
yeah,
Global what?
Global Shippers
Sounds
community.
too big.
Yeah, so
Oh,
like during being part of our community, it was even like a probationary project for me.
alright.
So I led a team of like five other team members to
Okay.
design a project focused on equipping young people for the future of work. And
Alright.
so I led these people together. We cooked up an idea. We stakeholder engagement. We found a particular school in Ibadan Metropolis. There are
Alright.
a particular school that where these people, it's more likely that these people don't have access to these information. So we designed, and also we also incorporated data because we didn't just impact these people, we got data, like from them after we did the whole activity to test their digital literacy rates and also the improvement that had happened with that encounter we had with them. So it was successful. I guess we were able to like impart over 99 students. Yeah, 99 or let's say 150 during that particular program, and it was
Alright.
intensive and but it was successful, and it's really got me. It got me because it was a probationary project. If I didn't do it well, I will not be inducted into the global shepherds community. So my team
It's
performed
like you're joining
excellently.
courts. Then I tell you that
Yeah, something
this
like that.
initiation process, so if you do not
Yeah,
do this thing very
yeah.
well, it's going to fail.
so, so
That's
that's like a successful project so far. But I still have, I just maybe the whole world should just wait for me. I'm coming with a whole lot. Yeah,
laughter.
just watch
Sandra is
out.
coming,
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah. Because most of my current activities are still work on that progress. Some are
Alright,
low key,
alright.
some are out there, but that's just the vibe. Yeah.
So you made mention of working with different teams and all of that and all of that. How important how do you collaborate with other creators in your professional career, in
Okay.
community building, in product management, in creating, like, just basically what
How
you
do
do?
you communicate?
Collaborate
Collaborate.
with
Okay.
others.
Okay, so like I said, um, it's puts me back to one of the things I mentioned earlier. When we talk about collaboration, you
Okay.
should understand that it's not just you now.
All right.
It's not solo.
Okay.
It's collaboration. You are uniting with others to make something happen. So
Yeah.
one of the things that is key, or that we should embrace, or that is key when you are collaborating in a corporate organization, working on a project, within an idea, I feel empathy is actually very key. You get,
Okay.
yeah. So the ability to be empathetic. I don't know if that's so big, but like putting yourself in the shoes of other people,
All
right?
right.
You get, for example, now if a teammate is not delivering like they should, instead of assumptions that, oh guy, you are doing nonsense, get out, you're fired. Yeah, I don't know if I'm
You are
shooting.
entering
I'm
me.
not
You are
entering you.
entering
I'm
me.
just like sharing my
You
own
are coming for
perspective.
me.
Yeah.
But
So
all
like
right.
instead of
All
like
right.
you
Okay.
could just like at least take the first step of trying to understand from that person's perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, what happened? Why can't you deliver? Okay, currently I'm in a community where there's no good internet, good electricity, and all of our work is virtual. So with that, you're able to know that this person is not delivering. Instead of you to say, "Oh, just get out." If you go on that way, it will be hard for you to keep people around you, and you actually need people to build. So empathy is key, and also too, communication, and
All
even
right.
especially when you're a leader, like the need for a project or the need for a community, because most times, especially when you are the father of an idea, or you give better an idea,
Yeah.
there's
Right.
this form of level of ownership that, okay, this is how I want it, let's do it this way, this is how this community is going to be, and all of that. And with that, it can distort the progress of a community when you are collaborating.
So what do you think is the best thing for this kind of concept? It's my idea. It's my idea, and I want you guys to come aboard and work on my idea.
On your height,
So
yeah, that is very correct actually. But that is why we still call it collaboration, right? The coming together of different minds. Yeah, you're not only the bright minds actually. And when we have different kind of like character, or will I say, different kind of abilities. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
You might just be thinking so straight, but someone else on the team is able to consider multiple perspectives and is able to say, "Can we just look at this angle? Look at this angle?" And then from there, if you calm down, that's why I said openness and their willingness to learn. You are
Yeah.
not the Lord of all. You are not the King of Kings. So
All
just
right. All
calm
right.
down, learn from others, and then you can do great stuff.
It's true.
Yeah.
But before collaborating with people, what do you think we should look out for, consider?
Wow, that's a big question, right?
Like, you can't just collaborate with just anybody,
Exactly.
either as a business owner, an
Yeah.
idea person, or anything.
Okay. So one of the first things that I overlooked and caused me one of the failure, when I say failure experience, I don't know if my English is correct.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like is looking beyond the potential or skills of a person. Attitude and character is key.
Looking beyond.
The potential.
Apples, dissect it,
Okay.
everyone break it
Okay,
down.
now. So you meet someone now. Okay, this guy is good.
All
He's
right.
a good creative, can do this and that. And you would love to bring that person to join you, work on an idea,
All right.
especially if it is long term, right? So
Okay.
I feel like one of the things is we should, or it's essential that we just look beyond just the talent and the skills itself. Look
So what should we look
character,
into?
character, the
Character.
attitude of that person, right?
So you're saying now that they cannot collaborate with somebody that have bad character.
Yes, essentially, yeah,
They cannot collaborate with me by
because
have bad character.
serious, you need to change that. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay,
Because
okay,
I believe
okay,
it's key,
okay,
especially if you are building long term. You will
okay.
eventually have issue if this person has bad character.
All right, all
Like,
right.
let me paint a scenario for you now. You bring someone to the team, someone who feels intimidated when someone is performing, who feels intimidated when a high performing individual is on board in a team,
Yeah, right.
and that energy itself can dwindle the progress of your community. So I believe that attitude and character is something we should look at.
Yeah,
And
right.
also, should I have also had? I'm sorry. Should I also had that also legal considerations is key. Yeah.
Legal consideration.
Yes,
That
it's
is
actually
huge.
key. Yeah.
All right. That is
Yeah.
talk more for me.
So building, like, I'm talking about this from, let me say, it's the startup ecosystem and all of that, but I feel it's applicable.
All right,
Whatever you
all
are
right.
building, whatever ideas, a creative,
Okay.
and all of that, even if it is non-profit or profit, I believe legal consideration is key.
Hmm.
Number one, I guess it's also in twofold. I believe you have to consider the regulatory perspective of your country, of your environment. When
All
building
right.
a community, what does the law say about it in your country, in Nigeria, and all of that?
I'm building a community and I do not even know anything about it. Do I need
So,
to go and start looking for the law?
yeah, sure. Sure. I believe that like there's a way the CHC platform in Nigeria works to register non-profits, communities.
So
Yeah.
you are
So
saying, aside a brand,
mhm,
aside big NGOs and all
yeah,
of that,
yeah,
so I'm fostering a community. I
yeah,
also need to register my fostered
yeah,
community.
yeah. As a law-abiding citizen, yeah.
Ah,
But actually beyond that, I
so
feel it's
you say
essential.
me I'm a law abiding
Yeah,
citizen.
you need
And
to
then
be.
anyway, before they will look for me, I'm a
Yeah.
law abiding citizen. No.
Yeah. So
Okay, okay,
it's
okay,
in two
okay.
folds, and also the people you are building with,
All right,
stakeholders, investors,
all right.
advisors,
Let's come down.
partners.
You're coming to the level of building big projects. Please, can you come down to
Okay.
content creators and business owners?
Okay, for content creators and business. So I feel it to stick to the part of like the regulatory climate of your environment,
All right.
because the opportunities that might come for your community, and they want to see how attached are you to your country, are you registered and all of that.
Yeah,
So
you're
I
right.
feel it's
Right,
essential, and
right.
also to just cook yourself up good. It's very good if you are
Give you
in
the skills.
exactly 100% composure, yeah, that kind of stuff, yeah.
So you people have here, if you want to give your brand, your community, that skills, go and register it.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to take us back. I want to take us back to the fact where you talked about TEDx. Now, the creative voice is building from Foye. And though we're going to different places, but like I'll say we're building from Foye. Why are you bringing TEDx to Foye?
Okay, so should I say, as a good product manager who loves to solve problem? So yeah,
Okay.
so on a more serious note, so TED, the parent organization, um, believes in spreading ideas worth sharing, and I,
Alright.
as a person, I believe in the power of ideas. the better person I'm becoming today is because of the things I've listened to, information that I absorbed and
Yeah, right,
immersed myself
right,
in, and all of
right.
that. And also looking at your 4 year is upcoming, yeah. And when I've studied other universities too, I like OAU. You find out that so many great innovators over time
Yeah,
come from
right.
these university communities, and the best way to do it is like killing two. Is it two birds with one stone?
Yeah, killing two birds with one stone. Yes.
Yeah, so the idea is to, this culture of ideas and innovation, promoting it. So for creatives, people into technology, for even
Yeah.
ordinary individuals. So it's building it's a community for us to, spread ideas,
Mm-hmm.
like ideas that motivate people to take action in different spheres. So for example, now the grand goal for the event now is we want to create a spark.
Yeah.
Imagine someone comes into that all that day, hears an idea, a new perspective. They don't just listen to be inspired. They go out to go take some big actions
Mm-hmm,
on it.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
in case, by God's grace, if TEDx, keeps going on, in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you would have people refer back, oh, it was TEDx that, opened me up to this possibility. And,
Yeah, right,
that's just
right.
the whole experience we want to create.
You know, when you made mention of the fact that if you are looking for people who do top creative things and startups and all of that, you look to UI, OAU, Unilag,
Yeah,
and all of that. And I think that's basically what the creative voice is trying to
exactly.
build.
Mhm.
Because if you come around and you're like, I'm looking for a creative, it's so
Yes.
hard to find, it's so hard to come about. And I think that's a fine, fine idea.
You
All
guys are
right.
doing a great job, by the way. Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
thank you, thank you.
yeah.
It is amazing talking to you
Yeah.
and all of that. But before we wrap up, I have a lot of questions to ask, but because of time, I'll be bringing my question all together to this. Community management, too, content creation, especially on LinkedIn and all of that. What do you have per se to content creators, creatives, and business owners?
Like, is it utilizing a platform like LinkedIn?
Yeah, utilizing LinkedIn, one. Now you're going to, it's a very long talk. Utilizing LinkedIn, one, as a creative and as a business owner. Wait, before we even get to that, is it advisable for business owners to build on LinkedIn?
Well, I feel it's a matter of target audience. Identify where your users will be. Yeah.
So
So their type,
I'm selling wigs or I'm selling fashion accessories. Do you think I can find my audience on LinkedIn?
not essentially, but I believe you'd find on Instagram, you find on Twitter.
All
So
right.
there's this segmentation, and you have
You
to like,
see,
yeah.
you see,
Well,
your
it-
platform is
too,
borrow me that English.
too serious minded, right?
Not even too serious.
Okay.
There's this stereotype. There's a
Well,
stereotype. It's when they say they are stereotyping black and white,
yeah.
LinkedIn is stereotyping creatives and business owners. Because why would you tell me, as a business owner, there has to be a particular thing I'm doing before I come to LinkedIn?
Well, I believe there's a way to go about that, and it's more about like, because the way you would sell such product on Twitter personally,
Okay.
I believe it's quite the conversion rate would be kind of fast because of Twitter, right?
Yeah,
People are
right.
there mostly for fun and all of that. For example, now for someone who sells wig and sells all these accessories and all of that,
Yeah, you're
we
right.
have professionals on LinkedIn who are females. Why not like do more of like working on your positioning? That you sell your products in a way that you attract even professionals to know that even while
All
you're a
right.
corporate woman and all of that, you need to look good. And LinkedIn could be a way for you to reach people like that. So it's be more about like positioning. Yeah.
Everybody dance on TikTok.
Yeah.
Everybody dance on Instagram to create content. Do you think this kind of content can work on LinkedIn?
No.
All those Bobrisky sound, the Jitski sound, all of
Nah.
that. Do you think
Nah.
why? You see, more stereotype.
Well,
More stereotype.
I really don't know. But I believe that everyone also wants to like we have this different part of us. Right. Thank God
Yeah.
for Facebook, Twitter, helping us to show that fun part of us and all
Mm-hmm.
of that. But
But why can't
also
I show my
these
phone
people who
part on
have
LinkedIn?
fun, who make fun, also have careers. So like LinkedIn is just solving that problem. That even while you have fun on these other stuff, there is a place to aid your personal and professional growth. So I
Instagram,
believe it's
I can be
balanced.
serious. I can be playful. TikTok, I
Oh
can be
God.
serious. I
We
can be playful. No, let me talk about your
should I find you the
platform.
email address of the CEO of
On
LinkedIn?
No, yeah, who is
Because
building on LinkedIn
I don't
between you
even.
and I?
I
On
don't,
Twitter, I can be serious and I can be playful. Why can't I be playful on LinkedIn?
like I said earlier, I mentioned the three ways to like engage community, personal or collective community, inspire. When you inspire, you share your thoughts, you share your
Yes,
emotions, right?
yes, yes.
Entertain too.
What kind of
I can go
entertaining
on LinkedIn
content
to
work
share
on
how my
Twitter?
day went, right? Does it sound basic or that's not what you want?
It's inspiring.
That's still inspiring. Really, like to just go share how my day
It's
went, a
entertaining.
funny experience I had
Okay,
during the week.
okay.
So it's not like a place you go and then everyone is doing attention. Like just calm down, relax, be yourself. Of course, it's a professional platform, but you're
And that was what
human.
I was going to say. You agree with me that it's still a
Okay,
professional
all right.
platform.
I submit
Thank
to
you
your
for
lordship.
agreeing with
Yeah,
me. Now
all
we
right,
can move to the next. I just wanted you to make sure that you're agreeing with me.
all right, no
Good.
problem.
That's fair enough. All right, so I have a lot of questions to ask you,
All
but
right,
because of time on my side, I think I'll be asking you the questions
all
off
right.
camera. So you people should not be angry. I'll be taking him off camera to ask him more questions that you will know your own. All right, so laughter. To wrap up the question, give us something for business owners, for creatives that want to build on LinkedIn and also want to go into community management. Now that's three things and into product management.
Into product management. Okay. I feel the best way to put it together is to
Okay.
mention. Is there an English for that? Is to re-emphasize the importance of building what people want.
Okay.
Yeah, because in product management there's something we call the solution that works.
Is this
Yes,
solution that doesn't work?
there are solutions that doesn't work. Yeah.
All right, all right, all right.
Exactly. For instance, in a community where there is lack of internet access, and then you want to run a kind of business or an innovation like Uber driving in such environment,
Yeah,
it's a
right.
solution, but it can't work because infrastructure are not in place. So important for you, whether you're a business owner, building a community, build with users in mind, get first-hand information, and bring it into the pipeline. So like refine the whole stuff to
Yeah, right.
ensure because people would stick to something that is solving a problem for them.
Continue.
So it's essential to build with people in mind because people would actually stick wherever they are finding some kind of benefit or some kind of value. So
All
whether
right,
you're a product manager, a business owner,
all
try
right.
to just understand the journey map for a user, yeah,
Okay.
and get to know every of those touch points, their emotions, the
Yeah.
pain points, the opportunities that you can improve on, and
All
it
right.
helps you to like
All right.
scale your ideas, scale your community, scale whatever product you're building. So
All
that's
right.
just it. Yes.
Before we go, I just
I
remembered
thought you said
something.
I was last.
Sorry, the
Okay,
last one.
all
I
right,
promise,
no
the last
problem.
one.
Sure, let's
What do
go.
you have to say for content creators or creatives that want to build on LinkedIn? What do you have their take? Like, give them a take home.
Okay, so I would just love to say is that do not just try to ward off this perception that LinkedIn is a war zone that you have to survive in.
Don't come to LinkedIn for job. Yeah.
It's not that you can come. One of the
Or for the
services
purpose of job.
you can come. One of the
Or to the purpose of being serious. Yeah.
are you putting
Sorry,
words in
sorry.
my
It's your
mouth
take
right
home.
now?
It's your take home. It's your take home.
Okay, so
Yes.
I just believe that like it's essential for us to like just our mindset about LinkedIn. Of course,
Right.
one of its services is to help people get job, find jobs and all of
Yeah.
that. But that's not the entirety. It's a social media platform for this time for professionals. So go there to inspire, go there to educate, go there to entertain, go there to sell yourself. This is what you do. No matter how little, someone is out there that would need you or that is going to find prospect in whatever you are doing because I have a testimony of that. I've had top people, come to my DM because of just the little stuff that I've done, and I get to just be myself,
Just do it.
show what I'm
Just
doing,
start.
and that's how you grow. Instead of
Yes.
having to wait for 2 years to build, and then you start to come and share your
All
achievements.
right.
No,
All
it
right.
doesn't work
That's
that way.
that's motivation. That's
Yeah, build from
inspiring.
ground up.
I'm
Yeah.
inspired.
All right. Thank you.
Alright,
Yeah.
guys, I will come to the end of today's episode. My own take home, build from scratch, build from where you are, start from wherever you are. And if you are in 4 year, TEDx is coming to you at this space. Laughter Atanda has something with TEDx and is bringing TEDx to your faces. Alright, guys, I will come to the end of today's episode. Do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and our Spotify. Like, share, and also follow. I'll see you again in our next episode. Bye, guys.